Avionews had the chance to interview Jordan Jaffe, Spectre's Air Capital CEO and co-founder, owner of about 180 aircraft leased by several different operators. With him, we discussed his business, the situation of the market, the future of Alitalia, and the issues about Italian aviation careers.
My name is Jordan Jaffe, and I'm at heart an aviation enthusiast. Aviation's in our blood. It's in our family genes. My father was a test pilot in World War II. My father's been in the business since the early 80s. I got into this business about 11 years ago. Every day, with every new customer, is a new learning experience, and I think that's true throughout your entire career, as you well know, Ugo. So, that's who I am, and that's my background in the business.
Italian airlines such as Meridiana, Blue Panorama, Alitalia are struggling to survive in the Italian market. What do you think is their mistake?
Well, you know, I don't necessarily think that it's the demand that's the problem. It seems like with any carrier in the world, you know, you're always going to run into your labor issues. They become, you know, very labor heavy, top heavy, and I think that ultimately they end up taking a toll on the business. And that's not specific to the Italian market. I think that's endemic of the world market. And you frequently see adjustments. You know, these airlines, they go through bankruptcies. They clean up a lot of this unnecessary overhead, the big spending, the, you know, expensive offices, and get back to the business of selling seats and operating efficient airlines. I think Blue Panorama has been through that phase. It looks like Meridiana is going to be going through that phase. The American carriers of all, you know, aside from, you know, Southwest and a couple of others, have essentially gone through the same phase where they get too heavy. They get the management's too expensive, the operation's too expensive, and then they clean up the house. And now they're operating probably the most efficiently they've operated in the history of the airline business. I think the same is true of these Italian carriers. I've been very impressed with the numbers I've been seeing coming out of Blue Panorama, for instance, based on where they were maybe 5 years ago compared to today. You know, your number of employees per aircraft is significantly reduced, but your load factors are up. Your overall utilization is up. So I think you're always going to see this correction. And so I'm positive on the outlook. I mean, it's a difficult time, sure, but I think in the long run, it's going to be a healthy process for the airlines.
Are you disappointed to have missed the occasion to buy AMS?
I am. I was excited about that opportunity because it wasn't an opportunity where our leasing company, Spectre, was going to actually be running the day-to-day operation. It was going to be a joint venture with a large U.S. company who's in the business. And it was going to be an alliance where we were going to be the primary stakeholder and have a partner that would be running the day-to-day operation. And it was going to fit very nicely into their existing worldwide infrastructure. And so we were actually quite excited about the prospect of acquiring AMS, not only to support, of course, our own assets, because we're very heavy into the CF6 engine type, the CFM engine type, but also to support our customers. So we had a great business plan put together for the acquisition of AMS, and it's unfortunate that we did miss on the opportunity. But I do hope that the current owner is going to do good things with the business, because I think it's important for the Italian aviation market.
If you had the possibility to buy AMS and Atitech in the same package, would you consider it?
I would, if I could get my operating partner to also take in the MRO side. Because as I told you, we're not operators. You know, we don't pretend to be. But we do have certain alliances in the United States that would be good operators. And I think that if the opportunity presented itself and we could get our partner in the United States to take on the challenge, we'd certainly look at the opportunity.
Do you think a support by the Italian institution is necessary in the operation?
100%, and in fact that was really one of the driving factors behind being able to make a successful outcome of AMS. I think without the support that was offered by the Italian government, there was no way to make the operation workable. So yeah, I think it's a very important piece of it and a necessary.